ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सूत्र नंबर 18. First I chant, then you just repeat 3 times. Atmarati avirodhena iti sandilyah. Atmarati avirodhena iti sandilyah. Atmarati avirodhena iti sandilya. See the sutra. Atmarati avirodhena iti sandilya. The meaning is Atmarati avirodhena means without hindrance to the enjoyment of bliss in the Atman. Iti means thus. Sandilya means sage Sandilya. Now the complete meaning is the sage Sandilya thinks that it must be without hindrance to the enjoyment of bliss in the Atman. We have been studying definitions of the devotion. There are so many different views by different bhaktas. There are unlimited devotees and bhaktas who has their own view. But Narada has taken only few. The first was Vedavyas. According to Vedavyasa, bhakti is puja, the worship of the God. Pujadishu anuragiti parasharya. Parasharya means the Vyas accept that the real devotion is worshipping of the God. Then comes Gargacharya. Gargacharya said, Kathadishu iti. He says, the devotion means the love for hearing glory of the God. We have studied 2 views. Now third we see is Sandilya. Sandilya also was a great rishi, and Sandilya wrote a Bhakti Sutra. The first sutra is Athato Bhakti Jigyasa. Like Brahma Sutra, the first sutra is Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Very same pattern. Shandilya wrote Athato Bhakti Jigyasa. And in this text, there are 100 aphorisms. 100. So Narada is saying here, Rishi Sandil accepts that the bhakti means what? According to Sandilya, bhakti is atmarati avirodhena iti. Sandil accepts that you do puja, worship of the God, external or eternal. You listen the katha, glory of the gods. But one should not be forgotten that the listening of the glory of the God and worshiping of the God, what the purpose? The purpose is God realization. Realization of the God. Realization of the inner soul. Sometimes our mind is very tricky. It can play any trick with you. You do puja, you do worship, but it can make your worship as an hindrance. You may listen glory of the God, but mind can create problems. In India, there are so many big programs going on always. Very big. The katha. There are so many big pandals, music systems. Once it happened, one person came to me and he said, I went somewhere to listen katha because I love listen to katha. I love listen to glory of the God. So that is why I went. It was so huge program, a very big pandal, very big music system. And it was live telecast on the TV. So many coolers, fans, big crowd, big good food, everything was excellent. He was remembering everything. I told him, that's right. There was a very good pandal, very big music system, lighting, food, crowd, everything was excellent. But tell me one thing, what have you heard? What has been said in the katha? He told, I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. The katha was done 7 days. The person forget everything. He did not listen. He was thinking that I am listening the katha. He was thinking that I am in the katha, but he was not in the katha. He was not listening the glory of the God. He was watching the crowd. He was watching the lighting, the music system, and everything which were not necessary. He was watching and he forget about the katha. Sandilya is giving some instructions. Yes, you do puja. You do worship of the gods. But one thing, don't forget that these are your means, not your goals. Your goal is love of God. Katha is just a mean. Katha or worshipping is not goal. Your goal is Atmaratiya Virodhena iti Sandilya. So Sandilya says, be careful. Katha is bhakti. Listening of the glory of the God is bhakti, no doubt. But be careful. Atmaratiya Virodhena iti Sandilya. The purpose of the bhakti is your pleasure, your happiness. For your happiness, at least two things are needed. You and other something. When we feel that this person or this object, this condition can give me happiness, then we start loving. With the hope that I will get happiness. So two things are needed. But Sandilya says, remember one thing. The seeker is one who finds out the real source of happiness. The real source of happiness is God. And God is everywhere. The devotee can understand God is everywhere and in me also, within my body too. So God is within me. Myself is not apart from the God. You are very aware. In Vedantic view, you know that the self is not apart from the God. Atma Tvam Girijamati. Just this stotra was chanted. Atma Tvam Girijamati. O Shiva, you are the myself. My intellect is the Parvati. See, very beautiful Manas Puja. It was chanted. And it is very relevant here. So I explain something from that stotra. Shankaracharya is saying, Atma Tvam Girijamati. O Shiva, you are the myself. Myself is not apart from the you. Girijamati. My mind, my intellect is the Parvati. Parvati. Atma Tvam Girijamati. Prana. And my pranas are your companion. Sahachara. My body is your temple. This body is your God's temple. Temple means what? Where God resides. In our body, God resides. Atma Tvam Girijamati Sahachara Prana Shariram Griham. My body is your temple. Sanchara Padayo Pradakshana Vidhi. My walking is just your pradakshina, surrounding you, around you. I am doing pradakshina. Wherever I walk, it is your pradakshina. Yad yad karma karomi. And when I sleep, my sleep is not just common sleep, my sleep is a samadhi. My sleep is a samadhi. And whatever I eat, whatever I does, whatever I do, whatever I eat, it is your worship. Yad yad karma karomi tat tad akhilam. O Lord, whatever I do, whatever I eat, I listen, I walk, it is your worshipping. So Sandilya giving some instructions, listen, glory of the God, but be careful, it should not be hindrance in your way. Do worship, but be careful. It should be cooperative, not opposite. Atma rati avirodhena. The seeker is one who started enjoying happiness in vidhi. The seeker is one who started enjoying happiness with self. And this source of happiness never be lost by any kind. If your katha, your listening, your worshipping becomes hindrance, then you should rethink. Your way may be right, may not. So Sandilya Rishi says, Atmaratiya virodhena iti Sandilyaha. Now next one. I chant, Naradastu tad arpit akhila charata. This slok is big, this sutra is very big, so I take half. Naradastu tad arpita akhila charata. Tad vismarane parama vyakulta iti. Naradastu tad arpita akhila charata. Tad vismarane parama vyakulta iti. Naradastu tadarpita akhila charata. Tad vismarane parama vyakulta iti. See, the sutra, it says, Naradastu. Narad, then tu, then tad arpita akhila charata, tad vismarane param vyakulta. These are words here. The meaning is Narada means the Devarshi Narad. Tu means however. Tad arpita akhila charata means the state of one who has renunciated, surrendered all activity to the Lord. Tad vismarane means in the event of forgetting him, parama vyakulata, extremely anguish, iti, thus. Now see the meaning. Narad is of opinion that essential characteristics of the bhakti are the surrender all activity to the Lord and extreme anguish in the event of forgetting him. Very important topic and sutra. Narada was giving definition according to Vyas, according to Gargachari and Sandilya. Then he was asked, what about you? You have given definition others. But what do you think? What is your opinion about bhakti? Narada is saying, he says, my opinion is Naradastu. To means after that. After that. Narada says, the bhakti is tad arpita akhilachara. Akhilachara. Akhil means the completely. The completely your activity, your actions should be renunciated, surrendered to the God. It means Narada is saying your total surrender. Now see, I remember a story very, very meaningful. There was a great saint who was doing austerity in the forest. As usual, after some time, God appeared in front of him and he said, God said to devotee, you have done very big austerity. I am very happy with you. I am ready to give you whatever you want. So take me a boon from me. The saint was looking at the God and saying nothing, just looking. God said, it's okay now, but take some boons. He said, no, I am not interested. When I came for the austerity, before that, if you had come, then I had so much desires. I had so many expectations. Even you could have not fulfilled. I had so many desires, but now time has passed. By austerity, I know the reality of the world. Now I have known the reality of the objects, so I am not interested. I do not want to take anything. But God insisted. He said, you have to take anything, whatever you want, because forsake me. I want to give you. The saint said, no, I am not. God becomes irritated. Because as usually, when God appears in front of the devotee, and he takes boons, give me this, give me that. It was usual routine. But this is very different. He said, no, I don't want to take anything. I am happy. Finally, God said, okay, you are not taking from me, but you give something to me. You give, I want from you. The saint smiles. Okay. Now you can ask from me. He feels so richness. He smiles. He said, oh, I am so rich. Even God is begging from me. He said, yes. You ask whatever you want. Then God said, I do not see anything with you which I can ask. You do not have anything, any property, any house, any family. You don't have anything. What would you going to give me? He says, I have lots of property. I am giving you. And you take. And he said, Tanvi tera. My body, I am giving to you. Now this body is not mine. Now this body is yours. Tanvi tera. Man bhi tera. And I am giving my mind to you. My mind is also yours. Since right now, my body is not mine, my pranas not, my mind is not mine. I have given to you. Tanvi tera, manvi tera. And my breathing, I am giving to you. And my thought process, tera, pran, pachan. Whatever I have body, I am giving to you. I have my mind, I am giving to you. I have prana, I am giving to you. Everything I am giving to you. Then God said, that's right. This is great. You have given everything to me, but you should keep something for yourself. You should keep. The devotee said, I have given everything to you, but I have taken you for me. You are mine. You are mine. I gave my body to you. I gave my pranas to you. I gave my mind to you, but I have taken you. So you are mine. And if you are mine, entire universe is mine. Not a single body is mine, every body is mine. Not single prana is mine, every prana is mine. All universe is mine because you are the mine. Narada is saying, Tad arpit akhilacha. We work in 3 levels. In body level, then in speech level. Body level means organ of action, feet, legs. So we work in level of the action. Narada says, you give all your actions to the God. Tat arpit akhilachar. You give all your actions to activities which has been done by your feet, your hand, kayena vacha. Then comes speech. Speech means the sense organs. Knowledge. Whatever knowledge I have, surrender to the God. Surrender to the God. So your action, your speech, and finally your mental activity. Kayena vacha manasindriyava. Body level, whatever you are doing. Knowledge level, what you are gathering. And in mental level, what you are thinking. Give all things to the God. Narada is saying, Tad arpit akhilachara. All your activities. Not just you are doing mala, this is the devotion. You are listening some discourses, this is devotion. No. Narada is saying, you connect your all activities. You connect your whole life with the God. anything is devotion. Any activity is devotion. This is the real devotion. You are going to the temple and you do some puja, half an hour, our spiritual life is finished. My job is finished because half an hour I did mala, chanting. Now I have come out. Now I am free. Whatever I want, I can do. No, this is not bhakti. This is not real devotion. Real devotion is your 24/7. You must be connected with the God. Your all activity. Tadarpit akhilachar. Akhilachar means all activity. You are eating food. We think this is not devotion. Eating food is not devotion. But Narada says you can make it devotion. When you are going to eat food, pray to the God. Oh God, first you accept and make it prasad for me. I want to take your prasad. And you take. Other way, you can think that, oh God, I will have this food for make my body healthy. For healthy body for what? What is the purpose of healthy body? You say to the God, oh God, if my body is healthy, then I can worship properly to you. Healthy body, the purpose is God. Good sleep, purpose is God. Everything you have property. For what? I will give to God. It is like this when you are going somewhere and you saw a very beautiful thing. Immediately you think, I should take it for my beloved one. You want to take. Same, the devotee what does? The devotee does every activity. This is a property. By this property, I will worship God. This, your family, not your family, this is God's family. God have given to you a chance to serve them, nurse them. This is your duty. So just take an emotion, take a thought that this is not my duty, this is given by the God. This is God's family. Then enjoy the life. It becomes bhakti. In Gita or scriptures, do not say that you get off your duties. You renunciate your house. No. Anything, anywhere, you can make devotion. Family is not my family. It's God's gift. God wants from me, I serve them. That is why I am serving. I am doing because of God. I am eating. I am listening. I am sleeping. I am going. Whatever I do only for God. Then your all activity becomes devotion. Yad karma karomi tatta dakhilam. Shankaracharya is saying, whatever I do, my listening, my hearing, my eating, my sleeping, my going, whatever I do, these all are the worship of the God. Tad arpit akhilachar. And remember, When you surrender yourself, you become unlimited. Our ego makes us limited. Ego creates desire. And unfulfilled desires creates anger. This is the chain. See? Ego what does? Ego creates desire. You are limited. That is why you want this and that. And when desires are unfulfilled, they create anger. If life is unfulfilled, the death becomes fear. If life is not fulfilled, then death becomes state of anger, a state of fear. The man whose life is fulfilled will not rage against death. So ego makes us frustrated. Narada is saying, surrender yourself. And when you surrender yourself, your all activities, all actions, then your quality of the actions becomes higher. Your doing becomes higher qualitative. It is not same. In outside, it may look same, but inside, the quality of our actions becomes so higher, you can enjoy. Arjuna says in Gita, Karishe Vachanam Tav, I follow your words. And what he did? He did not started chanting. He did not started worshipping. He did Mahabharata. Narada is saying, Tad arpit akhilachara. The devotee, the one who surrenders total to the God, everything. So whatever you have, wherever you are, in any condition you are, just surrender to the God. You are listening discourses because of God. And sometimes you didn't listen the discourses because of the God. Everything should be connected to the God. This is the devotion. And next, this is the half sloka, half sutra. Naradastu tadarpit akhilacharataha. And tad vismarane parama vyakulta iti. The next Narada is saying tad vismarane. When you forget the God, extreme anguish. I remember there was a saint, very great saint, and he had a disciple. Once his friend came to meet the saint, and before he reached in the ashram, the disciple met in the way. The coming saint asked to the disciple, how is your Guruji? He said, he died. The coming saint said, what? The disciple says, yes, he died. The friend who was coming said, okay, I will go and I will make his last ceremonies. The disciples said no meaning. The last ceremonies also has been done. Then he said, okay, but I will go to there. And he went. And the saint was sitting. He was very healthy. Then the friend who was coming, who was visiting, he said, in the way your disciple met me. And he said, you have died. What is this? The saint said, yes, he was right. Because for 2 moments, I forget my nature. For 2 minutes, I forgotten the God. And 1 moment, forgetfulness of the God is my death. It is like that. Death is the better. But I don't want to forget the God. And he said, my last ceremony also has been done. He's right, because I forget 2 times, 2 minutes. Parama Vyakulata. The devotee is one. If God is forgotten single moment, he becomes so uneasy, so anxious. We always think, I should get this one, I should get this one, this object, this property. We never think I should get God. Narada is saying, Tat Vismarane Parama Vyakulata, the real devotee becomes very uneasy, very anxious if 1 single moment God is forgotten. Now, next one. Number 20. Asti evam evam. Asti evam evam. Asti evam evam. The meaning is asti evam evam. Evam means such and such. Asti is. These are the sutra. Sutra. Sutra means the words are very few. The meaning is very deep. So it means Narada is saying here, Asti evam evam. Evam means thus. He is saying that here are so many definitions of the bhakti. The definition was given by Gargacharya, by Vyas, and by Sandilya, and of course by me. Narada is saying, Asti, Asti. Thus, there are so many definitions of the devotion, of the bhakti, of the love of the God. And every definition is correct. No one is wrong. Every definition is correct. Asti, evam, evam. Now, next one. Very important sutra. Yatha braja gopikanam. Yatha braja gopikanam. Yatha braja gopikanam. The meaning is yatha, for instance, Braja Gopikanam, in the case of the gopis of Braja, till now, Narada was giving definitions of the devotion. Now he was asked, yes, these are the definition of the bhakti devotion. But tell me any example. You should give an example, a real, a complete bhakt, a complete devotee. We want to listen an example. In scriptures, in Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, there are unlimited, unaccountable bhakta. No one can count. There is Hanuman, there is Arjun, there is Uddhav, Prahlad, Narad himself, Arjun, unlimited. Any name could have been taken. For example, Hanuman, complete devotee of the God. Uddhav, Arjun, Vibhishan, yeah, any name can be taken. Naradi is saying, no, I am not going to give you a single name. I am giving to your guru, a name of the guru. And guru is very difficult. In spirituality, here individual development happens. In spirituality, only individual development happens. It is not group development. Politics is a group development, whatever. Religion is very individual. Dhruv is alone. Prahlad is alone. Uddhav, Hanuman, everyone is alone. But Narad is giving a very beautiful example. He says, I am giving not an individual example, I am giving an example as a group. The group is Braja Gopikanam. These definitions of the bhakti can be found in Braja Gopikanam. Braja Gopika. Bridge means the bridge, Mathura, Vrindavan, and Gopika, cowmaid. When Krishna was doing his Leela in this earth, that time there were Gopika. And see, Narad is not saying a group, age group. He says, without exception, every gopi is devotee. Any gopi is complete devotee. It is not grouping by age. Age is not factor. Color is not factor. Property is not factor. Intelligent or not intelligent is not matter. Gopika. The whole group of the gopis is the example of the bhakti. How? The gopi means in Sanskrit, go means indriya, organs. Go means sense organs, organ of action. Gobhi indriyai pivati Krishna rasham means one who tastes, who experiences only God by every organs of the body. Gopi means one. Gopi is not caste. Gopi is not sex. Human, man, female. No. Gopi means the one who expresses God everywhere. Gobhi indriyai pivat Krishna rasham. Everywhere, her eyes only see Krishna. Her ears only listen to Krishna. Her hands touch only the Krishna. Everywhere, Krishna is for the gopi. Gopi, if you study deeply, you will find that gopi is not different from the God. He thinks about the God. He listens about the God. Narada is saying, Yatha Braja Gopikanam, without any exception. All definitions of bhakti you can apply in the gopis. Gopi listens about Krishna. Gopi worships Krishna. Krishna means God. Every thought of the gopi is not apart from the God. So God is in gopi and gopi is a God. It is like this. I am giving an example to you. Like Yamuna. Yamuna is a river. The water color of the Yamuna is black. Black. Like color of the water of Ganga is white. When you see in the Prayagraj, you can see very clearly the color of the Ganga, the color of the Yamuna. You can see Yamuna is coming on the other side, Ganga is coming from the other side, and they meet. And they meet. You can see the merchants. Color are very different. So color of the Yamuna water is black. So like Yamuna is a water. Its color is Krishna. Black means Krishna. In the water there are waves. Waves are no other than the water. Waves means the gopi. Water and the waves are not different, but not the same. So, water is Krishna. Waves are gopis. Narada is saying, Yatha Braja Gopikanam. Everywhere, according to Mahabharata and Bhagavad and other scriptures, gopis were rishis who were waiting Lord Krishna. The Ved mantras. They knew everything about the God. Narada is saying, Yatha Braja Gopikanam. All gopis, they were so confused. Confused means they were lost in the God. Sometimes they were selling their milk, their yogurt, and in the head they were carrying, and they were saying that take the milk, take the curd. But because their mind was so obsessed with Krishna, they forget about what she is selling. And he started saying that, take the Gopal, take the milk, she should say. But she's saying, take the Madhav, take the Damodar, because mind was so obsessed. They were not living in the world. Narada is saying, for example, of the bhakti, yatha braja gopikana, in body level, in mental level, in level of the knowledge, they surrender everything to the God. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.